Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of Do Life TV, powered by HRM King Adamtey. We are so excited to be with you tonight. Tonight is going to be a powerful time of understanding our vision, how to operate in the things of God. So make sure you begin to take notes. Grab you a pen, grab a paper. I'm so excited and delighted to be here and honored to have this opportunity to have this conversation and do life with you, King Adamtey.
I'm always ever ready and always joyful to do life with you and all the wonderful people out there. You know, we've been coming to you, on Sundays and also on Wednesdays. And it is always a privilege to share with you and also give you everything that is in us. So we hope today, as we go back to reflect on the message that I shared on Sunday, that is how to create a vision. I am just all yours, and make sure you benefit, make the notes, and let's go. I am ready.
Absolutely. So get ready because we're going to put some practical steps into play tonight as we create this vision. Especially in this time of chaos, we need to understand how to move forward. You know, many people I speak to, they are just now catching their breath. You know, sometimes it takes a while to catch your breath once you feel like you've been on a roller coaster ride. And you just feel like the ride is slowing down. However, there is work to be done. So I have some important questions for you tonight.
Okay, let's go.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
So let's reemphasize what is vision? What is the definition?
I explained last week that vision is a mental picture uh, of the future. It's also an idea of what is possible but has not yet happened or is not yet manifested in the natural. In the medical science, when a physician tells you vision, he's talking about sight. But in life, both spiritual and also people who look for the future and living a life not only in the past or the present, but expect a future, they have to live it by faith or with a vision. So when we talk about vision, we talk about a mental picture of the future. What is possible? What will be possible? What could be possible, even though it's not manifested in a natural yet?
Wow, that is incredible because what I'm hearing you say is if I have a vision, it gives me an idea of what I can hope for. You know, personal vision, corporate vision. Of course, we hear this word vision, but how do I bring it home? You say I need a mental picture. What's the benefit of having a mental picture?
You know, Dr. Phillips, many people live life, they say, I live one day at a time, which is good. But do you live hoping for the better and hoping for tomorrow? You have to have a picture of what you're going to do the next day. Any person who works an ordinary job or regular job, when they go to bed, at least they believe that the next day they will go to work. So they start making a mental preparation what I'm going to wear tomorrow, what I'll be doing when I go to work. I mean, you know where your car keys are. You plan that I will get up tomorrow morning, I'll get in my car, I'll spark it, and I'll drive out of my driveway or my garage to my workplace. It's a mental picture. Every one of us need that because it gives you reason to wake up the next day. It gives you reason to know why you exist. And also it gives you fulfillment because when you get up and you don't have any idea where you have no concept of tomorrow, at least planning for tomorrow or hoping that you do something the next day or the next hour, and you just live like that, then you are just existing. But people that create a vision or people that have at least concept of what they want to do, they create a mental picture that this is what I'm going to do. This is how. You know, you may not know all the ins and outs, but at least you have a mental picture of what you want to do or what could be possible, even though it is not here yet. But you just believe that, you know what, this is what I would like to do, and this is what I hope to do. It's vision.
Yes, sir.
And you have to be able to create that, live on that, because it gives you the joy of living. You know that, hey, you know what? Today may have not been that great, but it could be another day.
That's right. That's right. So I hear
Yeah.
that vision. I hear in your voice, and I saw you get excited when you start talking about the vision.
Yeah.
Because there's an energy to having a mental picture of what's possible and what you can hope for.
Exactly.
And so, in other words, if I have a vision, I'm motivated to move from where I am to go to another place, or even to imagine that place, which gives us possibility thinking. I like that, possibility thinking.
Exactly.
And so if we are creating a vision right now, what is it that we should really focus on right now as far as making sure that the vision we are crafting or mentally picturing, making sure that vision is grounded in the things of God and how God will allow us and assist us to push that vision forward?
Now, when a person is hopeful, they somehow have expectations. Any person who doesn't have any hope don't have expectation. You have to have expectation, and that's what vision does. Vision gives you expectation. What to do if you're really serious about having a vision or creating a vision? One thing we should always remember is that there are three types of visions. There is one what I call possible vision. There's other one I call desired vision, and there's other one I call catastrophic vision. That means vision can happen in these three areas. There are some things that are very possible. It is just you don't have to sweat much, but at least you know that, hey, this is what I expect to happen. It will happen. And there are some things that you know may not happen, but you have a desire. And as a result of it, you create a vision around that desire, and it happens. And there are certain visions also that happens, and it happens in spite of what is going on around. For example, we have gone through this serious pandemic experience. There's so much division in our world today. There's so much doubts. People are doubtful of their future. They're doubtful of what is happening. And yet again, you still have to maintain what? Vision. So you have a vision in the midst of catastrophe. What happens if things go wrong? You still have to keep dreaming. You still have to keep expecting. You still have to keep hoping. If you have this thing in you, it will help you to stay grounded, and it will help you to face any challenge and any situation that come your way. It's like, come what may, I am ready for whatever can happen. So these are three types of visions. The possible one, the one that is possible. So it's easy. This is as easy. And it's just, we all know it's going to happen because you are in that direction anyway. Or, you know what? This is a vision that I have. I'll give an example. I have never learned how to play the piano. I don't come from a gifted family, musical family. But I have this desire, and I have a vision. I can see myself. That's a mental picture. I can see myself entertaining millions of people. Or I can see myself playing in an auditorium. I could see myself in a concert hall. And I could just see myself. I can even see what I'm wearing. I can see, the people who were around. That is a desired vision. And there could be a vision that somebody can say, you know what, I'm hoping to do this. I'm trusting that this is going to be. But everything around here looks bad. But still, I still have this vision. And in spite of it all, I'm going to walk through it, go through it, just manage all that is out there, because I know what is in me is greater than what is happening around me. And you can build a life around that vision and see it happen.
Yes, sir. And I feel the passion in this conversation because you and I both know that without a vision, the Bible says the people perish. They actually cast off constraints, and without a vision, there's no true direction. So, God inspires us with vision, and we inspire ourselves when we see other vision. And you taught us on Sunday that inspiration can come from different places. Can you just help us to like target what it is that we should be focused on and be inspired by in this season?
Yeah. There's something that is quite practical, and I always like practical stuff.
Yes, sir.
It is unfortunate that at times we use big vocabularies, and we get people lost. And we get ourselves lost at times. At times, people can try to hide things or make things so complicated that they'll forget where they kept the things. They'll forget what they're trying to convey, and people will be lost in the process. You see, we have two lives. You have a natural life and spiritual life. And as a result of our natural and spiritual life, there's always a desire to succeed in both ways. I want to be successful both spiritually and naturally. I want to be blessed both spiritually and naturally. I want to be strong both spiritually and naturally. I want to be preserved spiritually and naturally. So when you are trying to find fulfillment for your life, you should always put these two elements together, both the spiritual and the natural. So is vision. If you want to have a vision, you should have a vision for your spiritual life and your natural life. Because somehow both natural and spiritual converges. They come together. Because if you have a natural life without spiritual life, you are totally bankrupt. And you have a spiritual life without a natural life, you are deficited. So you need both to converge, so you become complete. So when we talk about vision, we're talking about what is spiritually possible that you want to pursue, even though you're not there yet. Or what is natural that you want to pursue, even though you may not think you have all that things that you need. But you know what? To pursue a vision and see it become a reality, you have to make sure that every gift, every talent that you have, you develop it into a skill form to produce the kind of result that you need in that vision. You need skills. You may be a visionary to be a great discipline, but if you don't develop your talents and your gifts into skills, your vision will not go too far. So we have to do those practical things. And this is where Life International comes in. And this is why trainings that we provide here, teachings that we provide here, is to help people to be able to get everything that they can get to be the best they can be. Here, we're not taking anything off the table. We want to make sure that you are better than us. That is our purpose. Yeah. The purpose is, let's give you the best of us, because the more we empty ourselves and help you to fulfill your vision, we will get our vision fulfilled. The more we are able to help you to naturally manage your plans and strategies, the more we also get. Because the principle is there. That is, if you give, you shall receive. And if you give the best of you, you shall receive the best out there. So when we talk about vision and we talk about what are the areas, the things we have to focus on and look at, I really want us to look at both the spiritual and the natural. And if we would develop our talents and our gifts into skills, it will take us far. But also, we talked about some of the practical things that vision does. Without vision, as you quoted earlier, people throw away there's constraint because they get lost. If you don't have vision, you don't have direction. If you don't have vision, there's nothing you hope for. You see, you need the vision. So where there's no vision, people perish.
That is absolutely powerful. I heard so much there, and let's start with this. We need both. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just focus on one or the other. Like we call people worldly who just focus on natural or secular, right? And we call people church crazy if they just focus on spiritual. But you say in order to have balance, to have a true success in life, we need both.
Yeah.
Let's go a little deeper on that. And you said they both converge, the spiritual and the natural. And I look at you and I see that example right away. I see the natural success and I see the spiritual success. But it's 100% you. And there's no split. You just being you. Explain to us how you became you in the sense that you worked on your spiritual life, obviously, because you are a spiritual mega leader, and you are also a natural global leader. How could these things be?
I'm going to make it as simple and as practical. You know something? I have 2 hands and also have 2 feet. Simple put, for them to converge, if I only develop one arm, without developing this arm, I will not be able to balance objects or balance things that I'm trying to lift. If I don't develop both feet, I will not be able to walk straight. I will drip, slide, and I'll fall. So you need to balance both. So when you go to a trainer who's helping you to build strength, they don't work on only one arm. They work on both. When they're helping you to, you want to run, you don't run on one foot, you run on 2 feet. So the natural and the spiritual, they all converge. One thing I learned very early in my Christian walk, I saw so many wonderful people who were very developed in the natural. But when they became Christians, they forget that their natural side and their skills would actually aid them spiritually to be more productive. So they became spiritually rich and naturally bankrupt. In other words, they became so heavily minded that earthly, they were no good. I realized that you have to emerge both because God doesn't want you to be developed in one area. He wants you to be totally developed. And when you find a total developed person, you find a very balanced person. And whatever you do, it adds. You are able to serve God spiritually and also bless yourself and bless others naturally.
Wow.
Because we live in this world, both worlds, spiritual and natural world. So the same way, when you talk about vision, I look at my spiritual vision and natural vision. How do I want to see myself? How do I want to see myself? Who am I? And what value do I gain being spiritual and only helping people spiritually, and yet cannot help them to make practical decisions that can help them to be successful at all that they do? There are so many people who forget that God gave us gifts, talents, and abilities that we have to skill them, use them, build them, so that we can be beneficial to humankind and also to make people in our sphere of influence better. So I try to make sure that my vision is not only for me, because when you have a vision and the vision only satisfies you and does not bless others, it is not a vision, it is ambition.
Yes.
There are so many ambitious people who use it for themselves. Ambitious. But if you have a vision, you are looking outside your little world and you are beneficial to others and you bring people to a place of betterment. That's what vision does. Any vision that is self-centered does not glorify. Any vision that is self-centered does not amplify. Any vision that is self-centered does not transform. So if you want to glorify, you want to transform, you want to inspire, and you want to make people's lives better, then make sure that your vision is bigger than you. It's inclusive, that everybody benefits. What is the use of making money and you alone enjoy it? Yeah. What is the use of creating a banquet and you alone eat? What is the use of talking to yourself and you have and not even the wall, talking to yourself and no one you're talking to? If you do that, it means that you have lost it. If whatever you build as a vision cannot be shared with anyone, then it's not a complete vision. And if you see Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 and 3 makes a very powerful statement, and I want to share it because vision is meant for others to benefit. Listen to what it says. It says, "Then the Lord answered and said to me," not man now, "the Lord answered and said to me, write the vision, write the vision, write the vision." And when we go to the 7 tips, I will deal with that. Write the vision and make it plain on tablets. God reads hearts, but people don't know your hearts, but they can read what you write. Your vision is not only hidden in there, it has to be so open that any person can read. Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. Don't write it in small letters. Make it so pronounced that when people are even running and they're in a hurry, when they pass you, they'll be able to read the vision. Your vision is supposed to be so loud that anyone can read it. And should you not be able to fulfill it, somebody can remember, and it will duplicate in their spirit to produce it. Write the vision and make it plain on the tablets, that he may run who reads it. And he says something about vision. Vision is for appointed time. God appoints the time because he makes all things beautiful in his time, including your vision and my vision. When you and I come up with a vision or create a vision, and we don't even live to see the vision fully completed, somebody close to us will read that vision and will make it happen. Vision is an idea, is a dream. Vision is a concept, and vision is a reality. There are so many people with visions, but they don't have the enabling gifts to make it come to pass. But if you share your vision with somebody who knows how to add something to it, the vision will become a reality. And should you not be able to do it in your absence, somebody will make the vision reality. That is why in the beginnings of time, your fathers, when they start any project or business, or mothers, they do it with their families. So they call it Jacob and Sons, Philip and Sons, Adamtey and Sons. Yeah. You know, in the same way, it could be something and daughters. If you have daughters, you know, because the gender is not the issue. It is the one who can carry the vision and release it or produce out of the vision reality. So when you have a vision, it is for appointed time. The Bible says, in the end, it will speak and it will not lie. Visions don't lie. People can misinterpret it or misunderstand it, but visions really don't lie. So if you have a vision, don't let anybody speak you out of it, because that vision may not be understood by them, but there's no lie in visions. The vision don't lie. The vision is for appointed time. Wait for it. Even though it may tarry, it will always come to pass. Let me tell you one benefit. That is why it is good for older men who have vision when they were young to hold on to the vision. Because it gets to a point, as an older person, you forget the vision. Write the vision, but run with the vision. If you stick with the vision long enough, you'll be able to see the vision come to pass. Joshua and Caleb. Yeah. When Joshua took the place of Moses, Caleb reminded him that the vision we had 40 years earlier, I still hold on to that vision. So vision has a way of stretching. So if you have it, don't let it go. If you're an older person and you have a vision, you live long and healthier. Because you don't allow arthritis and small pains to slow you down. Because you have a vision, you can't wait to wake up the next morning to beat this condition and keep fighting. That's what vision does. It may tarry, wait for it. It will always come to pass. Visions are necessary. And I hope we'll be able to share more, because even on Sunday, I'll further go deeper into it. I mean, we'll talk more about it, but it's something that I love to talk about. Because when you talk about vision, I mean, you're talking about me. I love it. Yeah, because it's something that I live for every day.
Yes, sir. and I can hear it in your voice. It brings a zest for life. Mm-hmm. And like as a young man, reading the vision allows me to be a partaker also of that vision. And you talk about the passing it on, and you mentioned the sons, you know, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, and how vision is something that we all can hold on to and benefit from. And so you said something about writing it down so others can read it even on the run, because someone in your circle, as you mentioned, may have the gift and ability to bring it to pass. So that's incredible. And so in this season of vision, and you gave us tips of producing a personal vision. I want you to go through that, because I think it's important that we actually do the work of writing the vision down, do the work of allowing that vision to be seen by other people so loud that it's like a billboard on the highway.
Yeah. I spoke about seven tips how to see a personal vision come to pass. The first thing is you have to decide what you want to accomplish. Decide on what you want to accomplish, because when you are indecisive, you will not do anything. First and foremost, decide on what you want to accomplish. Because when you decide on what you want to accomplish, that which you've decided on will become a vision. Now, I can tell you many times I tell people, hey, listen, you can do this. And they say to me, oh, no. I said, listen, you dream about this all the time. You talk about it all the time. I mean, and you believe you can accomplish this. Can't you? They say, yeah, but I don't know. And there's so many people who will defeat themselves before they begin. There's nothing that beats failure more than trial. If you can try, you will overcome failure. Most people fail because they are afraid to try. Let me say it again. Most people fail because they are afraid to try. But if you are willing to try, you will make fear run away, and failure will bow to your wishes. So first and foremost, that's the most important tip, decide on what you want to accomplish. If you decide on what you want to accomplish, then the second point is write it down. Yeah. Because once you write it down, it becomes a persistent thought. It becomes conviction.
I like that.
Persistent thoughts and strong conviction.
Yeah.
And when you have strong conviction, usually that is when you become stubborn in the face of challenge. Well, I'm just going to do this. Because somehow you've written it down. It's written in your mind, in your heart, in your actions. It's written. So it's written like, have you heard people say that? It's written all over him. That's what vision does. When you decide on what you want to do and you write it down, people can read it when they see you. That is persistent thoughts and strong conviction. That is the second thing. So first one is decide on what you want to do. Second thing is write down what you want to, write down the vision. And the third thing is you have to create a mental picture. Have the picture in your mind. Because with a picture, you know how it looks like, how it feels like, and how it sounds like. Have a mental picture. Doctors recently discovered that one of the ways to have a strong mind, if you're an older person, is to work on puzzles. Puzzles are made up of real images which have been broken in different pieces. It takes time to put the puzzles together. It takes patience to sit, time to put it together, and foresight to know where each other fits. It is difficult at times, frustrating at times, but if you are able to put this puzzle together, and from time to time you have to be looking at the picture. Yeah. You're looking at the picture, then you begin to think, where does this color go? Where does this? And with time, you realize that what you have done and the mental picture you've painted, things begin to fall in place. So we talk about first, decide on what you want to accomplish. Second, write it down. And third, create or paint a clear picture in your mind. Paint a clear picture in your mind. And fourth, start dreaming it. When people call you a dreamer because you have a vision, it's not an insult, it's reinforcement. Let me say it again. When people tease you and call you a dreamer because you have a vision, it's not an insult, it's reinforcement. But when they call you a dreamer because you daydream and you have no vision and you don't paint any picture, then actually what they call you is to yank you out of that state and get you to put vision in place. You have to dream your vision. Instead of dreaming about problems and dreaming about calamity, dream about your vision. And if you can do that, you'll be going places. So the first one is what? First one is decide, what you want to create.
Yes.
The second one is what? Write down what? The vision.
Yes, sir.
The third one is paint a clear picture. And the fourth one is keep on dreaming it. Then the fifth thing, which is so important, is you have to speak it into existence. That is why words are very powerful and very important. You got to speak your vision and speak it out. This is what Joseph did. He spoke his vision out. At times he may get into trouble, but you still have to do it. Because you are full of it. You're full of the vision that you cannot sidestep it. Speak the vision to existence. So choose your words wisely and speak the words that can help you. At times there are people who come into your life who will hold you accountable so that you don't speak or say the things that will undermine your own vision. And there are times they may be like disturbance to you. Man, you know, there are some people who don't like to be held accountable to speak vision to existence. 1 minute you're excited about the vision, another minute you destroy the vision. You need good people around you, not people who would literally let your expressions frighten them, but they'll let your words stay on track because they believe these words are coming from a deep place. Speak it out. Speak out that vision. If a vision, start speaking it. Don't just go everywhere and speak everywhere, but find people that at least you know that when at least you speak to them, they'll throw it back at you to remind you of what you said to them. Some will keep you away from missing out your vision. They will say, well, but you told me this is what you were going to do. How come you're doing something else? And there are those who may come and try to speak you out of your vision. But keep this, I'm speaking my vision into existence. I know it will come to pass. It may take long, but it will still come to pass. If it may take 100 years, that means God is going to extend your years. When your vision is taking longer, it's a good sign.
That's good news.
When your vision is taking a long time, it's a good sign. That means you're going to live around. You'll be around long enough to see it materialize. So don't get frustrated. Oh man, he's been talking about this for 20 years, nothing's happening. Well, he's still around. She's still around. I am excited when I discover that people have vision and they've been holding on to the vision for many years and it's not manifested yet. Why? Because God wants to use the vision to encourage you to have a quality of life. Because you'll have to stay longer, be around longer to know everything that others may have given up on, to be able to testify of the results of your vision. So I remember 20 years ago when I started this and everybody laughed at me and said it never happened. I remember when I started and catastrophe hit and everything started failing, but yet I stood my ground. I remembered when the economy changed. I remember when, policies changed. I remember when drought came through. I remember when, hurricane came around. I remember when fire outbreaks and all of that. But I stayed true to my vision. And look at where I am today. Speak it into existence. And two more things I'd like to add to it. The sixth one is find inspiration. There are some people who have seen their visions come to pass. It could be your mentor. It could be your parent. It could be your neighbor. It could be a classmate. It could be a church person. It could be your pastor. It could be your rabbi. I mean, it could be anybody. You may have read a book and you got inspired by someone who maintained a vision or held onto a vision and the vision came to pass. Let that person become your inspiration. Learn from their successful achievement. What are the things that they did? What are the things that they stood firm on that brought about their success? Yeah. And there are so many people out there that can be inspiration to you. Some you may not like, but it makes no difference. Your success is not based on the people you like. It's based on their track record. They stood the test of time. That's why I respect people who have failed. When you find a person who's a failure, don't laugh at them. Learn from them the secrets to succeed. Because the greatest teacher is not success. The greatest teacher is those who have tried. And yet, in the face of imminent danger or failure, they still stood their ground. They are resilient, unmovable, trusting, hoping, dreaming, and holding on to that vision that would never fail. So you have to find inspiration. Wherever you can find inspiration, it's good. Let me speak to Christians. There are so many Christians who refuse to find inspiration from people other than people who believe in what they believe. Inspiration comes from different ways. You can find inspiration from people who don't even go to church, who don't even know God. Because knowledge doesn't come from one school. God wants to do so much in your life, but if you are so open, you learn from people that you despise. Knowledge doesn't wear color. That's good. And knowledge doesn't carry a degree. And knowledge doesn't necessarily show wealth. Knowledge can come from any means and any source and any place. So find inspiration. That's how the vision gets. And the last one, the seventh point, is act on it. You have a vision, at least try it. If it doesn't work, try it again. If it doesn't work, try it again, as much as you can try before you give it up. Act upon it. But to act upon vision, let me tell you a little secret. Learn to celebrate small wins. Don't wait for bigger things. Learn to celebrate small wins. Small wins are important because it's small wins that translate into bigger wins. So if you are going to stand and declare your victory and success, then you've got to start celebrating small wins. That's acting. You act upon it. Act upon it. And the other point is not only do you celebrate small wins, you appreciate losses. Being a loser doesn't mean you're a failure. Wow. You can be a loser without being a failure. There are so many people, they have to lose before they succeed, but they are not failures. Who is a failure? A failure is one who refuses to try. You can lose being good at your game, but when you lose, you try again. And I'll give an example. If you're a football player, if you're a basketball player, if you're a chess player, whatever sport you're in, you train, you practice, and you prepared for the day of the game. The fact that you play the game and you lose a match doesn't mean you failed as an athlete. So you can lose certain things in life, but it doesn't mean you're a failure. As long as you are still in the league, you're not a failure. And we are all in the league of life. Stay in the league. Act upon celebrate small wins.
Wow.
Celebrate them. Then also appreciate losses because the losses will help you to try hard. Now, and Dr. Philip, I mean, we are here this year. We are going to be opening the Global Leadership Center.
Yes.
And I want to say this, the things I've learned in the process is amazing. And people like you, the team core leaders that we have around us, I mean, from our team, from our financial department and the leadership team that we have, it's very inspiring because one of the things that excites me is that we've been waiting for the Global Leadership Center for so long. And it's almost here. Why are we still around? And why are we so excited? Because we finally have something that will serve the globe and bring people to a place to learn how to be leaders. It's part of our vision. Building the Global Leadership Center right here in the Research Triangle Park. Not reinventing the wheel, but oiling the wheel so the vehicle can go far. The train can go far. The cart will go far. And the chariot will be able to go unstopped. But we have to build this vision because we all have visions. And I hope that people will take advantage of these teachings because Sunday I'll go deeper into this vision because the whole month, that's what we're going to be dealing with. So I thank you for this time together and whatever it is, all in your hands.
Oh, I mean, this lesson tonight, we have to go back 7 times and hear this again. Did you hear? Losing is not a failure?
Losing is not a failure.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I hope you got that. Wow. So tonight, it's just been incredible. You gave us a great roadmap on how to create the vision, apply it, and to really act on it with resilience and persistence until we see it come to pass. Even if we don't get it the first time, keep going after it. So I pray that you have received something from this tonight, and we trust that God has really blessed you. And may his favor shine upon you as you begin to move forward towards the dream and the vision that God placed in your heart. We heard the word. We have the roadmap. We have the marching orders, and we have vision being displayed right in front of us. I encourage you to attach yourself to this vision so that as this vision goes forward, your life also progresses forward with your gifts, your talents being attached to something that's on the move. So that's incredible and that's important. That's why you're here right now watching this. And I encourage you to put your seed in the ground and sow seed towards it. I encourage you to put your talent to work and work towards it. I'll sharpen your gifts. You can do it in the natural and also in the spirit and do it at the same time. And so, so incredible tonight, so incredible. And I pray and trust that God himself is working it out in your heart and your mind on how you can be a part of this vision and spread the word on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow King Adamtey on Facebook, Instagram. Follow Life International on Facebook and Instagram. And share this message tonight. And be blessed as we move forward. And before we close, I have a couple of announcements. And I want you to really take opportunity to sow. As I give you these announcements, just take time right now. There's a link on the page right now. Sow your seed. God gives grace to succeed in vision. He gives pro to the vision. He gives provision for the vision. And as you sow seed in the vision, watch God progressively increase your store, increase your accounts. Come on, increase what you have to give. That's how God operates. He gives provision for the vision. He will multiply your seed that's sown. And as you sow the seed, listen to this announcement because this is important. Life International will be opening our doors to the congregation starting February 14th for the 9 a.m. service.
Yes.
So we know, like many of you have been home enjoying the word, but it's nothing like coming together as a family. So it's happening.
Yes.
February 14th. Look, come on. You may call it Valentine's Day, but we call it In Love with Jesus Day. Come on, somebody. So starting the 1st of February, members can sign up on the website indicating your desire to attend. So let us know if you're going to attend. Go to the website, Life International website. Let us know if you're going to attend. Life International, is it .us?
Yes.
.us. Go there Let us know if you're going to be in attendance so we can plan for it. We're still going to, obey the law of the land. We're going to also, make sure we social distance. But let us know. Get excited. Spread the word. It's happening. We're opening back the doors. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on, give God a praise tonight.
Yes.
And so, listen, I know this has been a rich time of inspiration. King Adamtey, any final words before we close out?
No, Dr. Phillips, you're doing a terrific job. So you handle it.
Yes, sir. May God bless you. May God continue to keep you. Spread this, spread this, spread this. And listen, create the vision. Let's go forward. God bless.